Hi there, and welcome to Honeybee U Tarot. I'm doing the North Node readings. I set an intention that I would do North Node readings quarterly, at least quarterly, and I thought, well, we're coming up on the spring equinox, as well as we'll be hitting a full moon. It's a super moon in Libra, I think in the next week or so, something like that. So it's a great time to start doing our North Node series again, readings again. So I'm going to draw from the Moonology deck, then to set the tone, and then we will look at all the other questions from the Rider-Waite deck, and then I've got, for clarifiers, I have the 5-cent tarot deck, and I think I will, as usual, I will ask the question about blocks and obstacles using the Chakra Wisdom Oracle, and I may or may not pull a final Oracle card. Just depends on how long these readings go. I can get wordy, so I'll just kind of see what I'm feeling called to do. My name is Melissa, if I didn't say that, to anyone who's new to my channel. And anything else that you need to know will be in the description box. If you wouldn't mind, take just a second to hit like, subscribe to my channel, share, and let's get started. Send me a comment or an email if you want to work with me. My email address will also be in the description box. So for Aries North Node, bottom of the deck, the answers you need are coming. Okay, don't let your past hold you back. So we have a South Node card, and the energy is gaining momentum. These two cards, I think, came up in the new moon. The new moon readings, I believe. Don't let your past hold you back, and the energy is gaining momentum. Okay, so let's look at, I did shuffle and cleanse my cards extensively before I started. I'll do a couple of shuffles on camera. Okay. So let's look at what the current challenges are right now. This is a quarterly reading. Okay, so this will take us through until, so if we've got end of June to July, something like that. I should have been able to figure that out without counting on my fingers. But, whatever. Okay, so, all right, don't let your past hold you back. And Knight of Swords coming in. Okay, it looks like there could be lots of communication coming in, or swift moving or sudden communication coming in. Potentially with offers or providing you with options. Be sure that if you are being given options, that you're really taking the time to discern whether you have enough information to make choices. Have you checked the fine print? Do you know who you're dealing with? Do you know what all is involved? Is this really a good fit for you and where you are and who you are in your life right now? Or where, more importantly, sort of like where where you want to go, what's your next big thing. Be sure that you're looking at, for Aries North Node, we've got a lot of South Node energy that is Libran, and it's giving up the self and what the self wants and things that are important for the self, the individual needs, to a relationship, to maintaining that relationship. And while you might be doing a lot of work or have done a lot of work on yourself, make sure that whatever's coming in, whatever's being offered, whatever's being communicated, it could feel very forceful. It could be coming in almost like, hurry up and make your decision. Like, I got to know now, right? Make sure that you sense it with every fiber of your being that this is not only a good offer, because there are always good offers, but they don't, not always good offers, but sometimes a good offer isn't quite the right fit. You know, wrong timing, wrong person, wrong situation. So make sure that all of the pieces come together. But we'll read about, we'll read more from the oracle cards at the end of this reading. And maybe you've already had these offers and you're waiting for the answer so that you can make a very clear decision. And the answers that you need are about to come in. They might come in like a bat out of hell, but they're coming in, right? Something. So like something that you have set in motion, even maybe, is going to get a certain response, or bring in certain answers or truths for you to help you. Let me just look at what's underneath this. Okay, temperance, yeah. Make sure you're maintaining patience. Yeah. Okay. So what strengths are present? What strengths are present for you right now? What strengths are present for Aries North Node? Strengths that Aries North Node can draw from right now. What strengths are present for Aries North Node people? Okay, this is not about your sun, moon, rising, Venus, nothing like that. This is for your North Node, Aries North Node people. Okay. So, Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Woo! Page of Cups. So that's the Pisces energy that we have swirling around us, and the World. Okay. With Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which are, limiting beliefs. They're beliefs about yourself that could hold you back. They're beliefs about the world that could hold you back. They're beliefs about opportunities that you may or may not have that could hold you back. And I think what this is saying in terms of strength, I think what this is saying is to be clear that you're not deceiving yourself, okay? But the strengths that are present are opportunities to dream big, to have fun, to be creative, to embrace this Piscean energy bumping up next to Aries. Like, it's a great time. There's a potential here that this dream could manifest into this. everything you've wanted, and or being or creating something that you can really put out into the world, and even it can be something that you give to the world, or you create for the world, or you're seen by the world, or it's, you know, it moves from like an idea, a dream, a vision, playfulness, you know, just doing what feels right and good to your little heart. And then it leads to this very fulfilling, very almost like could be could be, you know, your destiny, you know, the reason why you're here. Yeah. And don't let your past hold you back. So if your past isn't holding you back, then you're on the trajectory of the North Node, right? So, yeah. It's even kind of like an understanding that it's really what Honeybee U Tarot is all about, that because you are here, because of all of the struggle, all of the trials, all of the difficult challenges in your life, because of all of the steps that you've taken to overcome, to heal, all of the events and people and situations that have come up in your life, they all have a purpose. There is a meaning, and maybe you're getting, or you're at a place now where you understand that all of you and your experience matters, and you're figuring out, okay, so now what do I do with it? Where am I going? I'm not letting anything hold me back. I'm not letting old programming hold me back and old belief systems. Okay? So I feel like you've done a lot to heal and to challenge limiting beliefs and, you know, break free of that lingering South Node situations or patterns that need to be balanced out. Okay. So let's look at what needs to be released. What needs to be released? That doesn't mean that, you know, starting something new doesn't feel scary. It's just that, okay, I've let fear hold me back. Well, now I'm facing fear and doing it anyway, right? I know that that's part of life. It doesn't hold me back. It's part of, fear is part of life. It means I really care. You know, I don't want to fail. Okay, so what do I need to release? Well, we've got the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I think that it's no longer a time to be in like that meditative, obsessive, intention setting. It's almost like, okay, so you've had enough time, right? You've been in this energy for a while to be in that dream state, to be in the creative space, to sit in our visualizations and allow this to really marinate. Now it's time to release that and really start taking those first initial steps. Really start taking those first initial steps towards, so we've got the Queen of Cups. Okay, so she's all in her feels. But we can't stay there. We've got to start taking those practical steps, those steps that start building. This doesn't mean like I go to Lowe's and I buy everything and I know exactly, I'm holding on to exactly what this thing is. This is like the first steps. It's very methodical. It's slow. Okay, well, why don't I take a step in this direction? Maybe I make a phone call. Maybe I respond to someone who is communicating with me, and I just kind of listen to what they have to say. It could be something like that, but it's almost like, okay, it's time to come down from the mountain, stop overthinking, and start taking action. I don't know how many more times I can say that. Okay. I'm not really feeling the need to get clarifiers right now, so that's the only reason why I'm not doing that. I don't want these to go on and on and on. Okay, and what to focus on instead? Yeah, maintaining your position, understanding. Well, Mr. Hermit does not want to leave the building. Hermit is still here. Maintaining your wisdom, your understanding of yourself and of life and your journey and what is important to you and all that you have done and all of the victories that you have reached or obtained. And, there's no need to prove to others, to defend yourself, to defend your path, your journey, your next step, what you want. It could feel and look very different from anything you've ever done before. And some people may not get it, but you don't have to explain it and you don't have to second guess yourself, okay? What you have been doing all along is enough. It's enough. Proof is in the pudding. Like, your pudding is good. Enjoy the pudding. Okay? But if you've got more to do and you want to start off in something new, then you can. And you don't have to explain it, right? Focus on your achievements. Focus on your competence. Focus on your convictions. Okay. And the highest possible outcome here, okay. There could be an ending to something, okay? Something could come to light that seals, if you're having a hard time making decisions, or the answers you need are coming. Something could come to light that, puts that last stake in the coffin and, or nail in the coffin. You should put a stake in a vampire. They could be related. But it helps you to move forward, to release whatever hanger-oners there are, so that you can really move forward freely and understand, like, yeah, I've been moving in the right direction all along. I had a session the other day where this exact thing happened. Client had been working really, really hard on a relationship issue, and this had gone on for over a year, the grieving process and all of that. She's moving into like a whole new space, and she's starting to see certain things, or she is seeing and accepting, not starting, accepting things that she had started to see once she got out of the relationship, or the further she would get out of the relationship, the more clearly she was seeing the dynamics that were creating all kinds of stuff. And when this former partner reached out to her in the same way that he had in the past, it made her laugh, but in that sort of wry type of laugh, like, of course this is how he's reaching out, right? Like, of course. Before it would have put her in like a complete spiral, and she was like, no. So it's kind of like that, right? You could just get that final, yeah, this is dead. This is done. I'm done. I'm done. And, might be an opportunity to start that alchemical process of turning your pain into part of your purpose, or into how you're moving forward, or understanding what that situation, what your journey has given to you, how it has helped you to become a victor, and just releasing it for good, right? Okay, and any potential, what are the potential blocks here? Potential blocks or obstacles. Okay, so we've got forgiveness. So we're going to see some forgiveness for self and others, probably. Okay, potential blocks, we've got service, discovery, and rejection. Okay. Service, discovery, and rejection. Let me move this over here. Again, if we're looking at that south node, giving over ourselves to another, that would be a block. Choosing another's needs over the self, that would be a block. Are you seeing your life as it really is? Though we may wish things to be different, often we create just what we need. This is an opportunity to look at where you are today, give up what you think you deserve, and start being of service. How does this idea of service inspire me? How can I make the most of my present situation? What can I give? Key ideas: favoritism, unwillingness to compromise values, finding contentment, the joy of service, precious memories, compassion, loyalty, and strength. So it could be also then, if we're looking at that, it could be that if you want to be of service, if you want to do something out there in the world, that you might not be willing to accept it, because maybe you think it needs to be more, or something, it needs to look a certain way, when it's really just the beginning, right? It's just a beginning step towards what you ultimately want to create. So just like kind of look around those issues, right? Discovery. Are you trying to recapture a past that no longer fits? If you are presently upset or struggling with a difficult situation, you may be seeking to keep something that is far less than what you deserve. Am I happy in this situation? How is it benefiting me? The healing of predetermined agreements must be addressed. Awareness is healing. Yes, I'm not going to read everything. And rejection. Okay. Potential blocks. We're on potential blocks or obstacles, okay? So if you see any of these things, just become aware and be clear on what is that doing? Is it stopping you? Is it causing fear, obligation, or guilt? Is it asking you to take a step back and do some more, get some more clarity? whatever it is, seeking more clarity is still moving forward. Don't let it hold you back, right? And rejection. You don't have to be on the inside track. Be true to yourself and you will not be unhappy. Rejection is spirit's protection. Am I working with or against my environment? What is the purpose of my present solitude? Key ideas: others' approval, unsupportive environment, working alone, arrival of a teacher. Okay, so yeah. If you need to have that approval, Libra and South Node, or you feel that you need to have this, huge support system in order to move forward, you don't. Okay? So I'm going to I forgot we were going to look at don't let your past hold you back, and the energy is gaining momentum. Don't let your past hold you back. So that's the South Node. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that you even, needs to be released, that there's some kind of an addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. Additional meanings: a relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on obsessive. The Queen of Cups, she can get obsessive, right? Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, right? Okay. Yeah, I'll leave that. And energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take exactly. Or you can take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. I know I'm headed in the right direction. That's a mantra for you to say. Additional meanings for this card: the situation is full of potential. Your dream can come true. More effort is yet required. Are you willing to give it? Review your goals and ensure you're still committed and keep moving forward. Okay, that's what I have for you, Aries North Node. I hope that was helpful, inspiring, enlightening, and be well. Yeah, thank you for being here. Bye-bye.